All right, shalom. Before I start, gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechachorash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa'akwath, learning and teaching, and truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit, your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. And right here, man, I don't know, some of y'all may have seen this, but it says what? It says asking tribal elders life's big questions. And what you're gonna have, if I remember correctly, this is in Zimbabwe. And I'm gonna say this, hey, this dude talking, y'all, he's in Hamite land, he's in a village, right? But this dude might be a Jake, man. The way his vibrancy, right, his movements, and I don't give that out easily at all. But I'm fucking with him, regardless whether he's a Hamite or a Jake or not. But he's gonna be spitting some truth. He lives the ancient tribal way of life, right? Growing your crop on the land, dealing with the animals, sticking to the village, a simpler way of life. And he's gonna be getting interviewed by a fucking Edomite, of course, because the so-called white man finds himself everywhere on the earth. And something that I found interesting, this dude speaks very good English and has some very good diction, meaning word choice, right? He has very good vocabulary. So it goes to show you that the so-called white man, his way of life, has conquered the world, and the people on the earth are in mourning. So this white man, this Edomite that's going to be asking him questions, he's going to be asking him questions that are quite simple and have simple answers. But the reason why it's hard for us to attain is because we're forced to live under the so-called white man's system, and he's forced this way of life on much of the planet Earth. No longer living natural, no longer being in tune with the environment, chemicals, plastics, right? Warfare, individualism, capitalism. He's destroyed I'm not gonna say because us in our kingdom, y'all, we're not gonna be living like cavemen, don't get it twisted. And even when we were in our rulership under David and Solomon, we weren't living out of huts with butt naked. But we knew how to live in tune with how the Heavenly Father created the earth. And that has been changed under Esau Edom. He's created an artificial world that is detrimental to all human life and the earth itself, which is why the people are mourning on the earth. All right, I want to get Revelation 13 real quick just to show you the way that Esau lives. He has everybody down here copying it. Hence, everyone's at war and unhappy. Revelation 13:3, it says, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death." We know that this is Rome being revived as what? America. It says, "And his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wandered after the beast." So the world has taken on the customs and culture of America, which is why you see Japan looking the way that it does, China cleaving to the technology, right? Russia, the Japhites, as much as they hate America, look at Hawaii, right? Everybody is copying the format that America has put out through the world. Hence, everybody is angry. Let's see what the tribal elder has to say about, how to live on the earth. Let's see what he got.
You don't listen, then I
handle your babies by the legs.
Sing them.
This interview was hilarious.
It's a very flowery.
I'm just going to fast forward to the interview. I don't like hearing white folks speak. Y'all know me.
Grab your paper and pencils, because Mpisi from the Ndebele tribe is about to drop some knowledge.
Local medicine man, and
I'm just going to say it right now, y'all. This dude is 79 years old. Look at his clean teeth. And you're going to see in this interview, look at his vibrancy. Look how he's bipping and bouncing around. Do 79-year-olds in America this vibrant and lively? No. You want to know why not? Because they're not filled with this guy isn't filled with GMOs to the brim. He didn't have to get hit with 100 jabs at birth. Nigga, you tell me what's up.
also we've heard is a character. We're here to ask him some questions.
Rolling.
The fucking white man everywhere with his cameras and his tech. Polluting the earth, god damn it. Man, we a minute in, I'm already shouting, god damn it. We good to go?
Mr. Mpisi, we're all the way out here in Zimbabwe in, what's the name of this village?
Kompisi village.
Kompisi village. So I've got some questions. So I've got a YouTube page, like on the internet,
Okay.
with many followers, and I'm wondering if you could give any advice. What would you say?
Try to acquire good skills of survival, not depending on the outside world or on the civilized world, which make them handicapped. Then they don't think, they count with gadgets and forget the indigenous knowledge.
What's
Dropped a bomb on your bitch ass. Learn you some fucking survival skills so you don't have to depend on the inner city and on them fucking gadgets, man. And how are we all? Even us in this truth, y'all. Hey, earlier today, I had the option to use the calculator on my phone, and I chose to do the hard math in my head. I know y'all seen that interview. I ought to play it with them two young bitches on that whatever podcast. They asked the bitch, what's 34 plus 66? Easily, y'all. You know, I was in, 10 seconds. Oh shit, bitch. 60 plus 30, 94 plus 6, bitch, we had 100. The bitch, for the life of her, couldn't get to 100. Was stuck on 66 plus 34. Stuck. But I'm willing to bet you she know how to suck on some dick and swipe on that iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Esau Edom has produced a way of life that has created absolute dependency on him. And you people of the world are going to suffer for it when he introduces his mark. There's a reason why he pulled every man away from having autonomy on land and over your own people. The elder knows what's up. You niggas don't.
with the civilized world?
They make you stupid. They control you. That knowledge doesn't work practically.
I'm sorry, y'all. Oh man, it makes you stupid so they can control you. That knowledge doesn't work properly. Learn the skills to produce your own food. I'm gonna just let it play, y'all. I'm sorry. I could just be stopping this every 10 seconds. I'm sorry, y'all. They make you stupid so they can control you. That's the point of the modern conveniences of these cities, y'all. This shit ain't for your benefit or for your health, nigga. This is to control your mind and your body.
Those skills to produce your own food and learn good medicine, which makes you healthy and young always.
I like your attitude.
If you don't listen, then
if I'm on my gadgets too much, I get.
So that leave them, so that you make some ways of surviving.
PC, you were full of zest. It's full of fire. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
79 years.
You're 79 years old.
70 fucking 9 years old, and he has more competency than folk half his age, 3 times less his age, with whiter teeth.
What's the secret? How do you stay 79 and still say
good food, organic food, always happy, no problems.
You grow your own food, right?
Corn, sorghum, millet, pumpkins, watermelons, peanuts, and beans. That's what we produce. And we feed those who live in cities.
Yeah.
Who can't work.
What do you think?
And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm pausing it. But notice he didn't mention meat in that diet. Not saying eating meat is wrong, but fruits and vegetables, eating off the land. Obviously, he eats meat at some point. But what are we taught here in the first world? You got to have meat 4 times a day, 6 times a day, right? If you bodybuilding, everything we were taught in this modern era is a fucking lie, y'all. Esau knew this. Let me get Jeremiah. Seek old paths. What is that? Jeremiah, seek old. Yep, Jeremiah, was that 2 or Jeremiah 3? I know it's early, might be Jeremiah 5. Give me 1 second. Seek the old paths, y'all. That's what got us here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's do seek. Let me do seek path. Give me 1 second. Seek path. Okay, let's do this. All right, we found it. Jeremiah 6 and 16. It says, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, power, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. That's where I was messed up. I should just type in old paths next time. It says, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. Hey, seek out the old paths, y'all. We got the things that got us here is tried and true. The things that Esau wants to evolve us into brings nothing but death and damnation. Matter of fact, I got a clip now that just reminded me. Now I got a clip I want to show. His MOTV, right, Mark of the Beast, New World Order that he wants to establish is detrimental to life on Earth as we know it. Hence, we know that this man is wicked. The so-called white man will not be allowed to run this world forever, because if he did, he would run it into the dirt, y'all. He would run it into the fucking dirt. A plain way of life. What does that? What does it tell you? The things that a man should be seeking in his life, y'all. Let me get you know, it doesn't mention internet. It doesn't mention the hub, right? It doesn't mention going to the nail salon. It doesn't mention. Why the fuck is there fucking traffic, bro? I'm in traffic. Doesn't mention traffic. I'm in traffic on a fucking Thursday, dude. Fuck. This shit is a joke, man. What are the things on the earth that you need, man, for a living? Sirach 39 and 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly. So to the sinners they are turned into evil. Plain simple things, y'all. The foundation, the building blocks of life, of civilization. They're good in the good man's hand, but they get turned to evil under Esau Edom's hand, which is what he's done. He's used the natural elements of the earth to create things like what? Concrete, busting you up when you walk over it, guns and shit to kill you with, bombs to blow you up with, poisons to sicken you with. The very same things that we could be using to be making the earth a better place, he uses it to hurt people. So they can take shit and shove it. You know, they love to talk about their advanced technology. Well, you ain't doing nothing advanced with it. You doing the same thing niggas was doing with it 1,000 years ago. Killing each other. You ain't doing nothing new. Nigga, you ain't cured nothing. All you did was create quicker ways for people to argue and kill each other with your goddamn technology. Ain't nothing advanced about you. All you've done is spelled up the TTK. What does that mean? Time to kill. I might have had to hunt you down back in the day. Now I can just drop a fucking bomb on you from across the planet. That's all the white man done is create new ways to kill. And just like in the days of Cain. You know, I've gone into it several times. You go into it in the Josephus. He changed the way that man lived on the earth. You know, the peaceful, commodious way to being a pillager, a ravager. Come on now.
What do you think of city food?
A lot of chemicals. I don't like them.
Yeah. You're anti-chemicals.
I am a natural.
Out here, there's no chemicals.
No. I don't like you people to use chemicals. We use natural food.
Yeah.
Which heals. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
This is
which heals. Natural food is supposed to heal you. What does our food do to us? Break us down. Sirach 38 and 4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. What does that mean? The so-called white man is not wise. Although he has all this technology, he doesn't use things for healing. He uses it to debilitate you so that you can constantly come to him for treatment and never the cure. He sprays things in the air. He puts things in the water, right? Pesticides. Here it is, you eating vegetables thinking you're doing something. Bitch, the vegetables have shit that's destabilizing your molecular structure, breaking your DNA down. So now instead of dying at 80, you might make it to 60 if you're fucking lucky. You tell me who the fool is.
Yeah.
This is produced by chemicals.
It is. It's very true.
You are putting chemicals in your body. When you say it, you don't care what will happen. You are saying, I'm wearing a good shirt.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That you are practicing witchcraft on your
Woo!
yourself with your.
You practicing witchcraft on yourself, your body, with your mind. Why do you think it says what it says in the law, y'all? No mixed fabric, right? When the priests went into the temple, they had the clean linens on. And what comes out recently? That these different fabrics do what? They lower your vibration, literally, and they leach off poisonous colors into your bloodstream. You see the dude, he's wearing real clothing. either from the plants or from animals. That's what your clothing's supposed to be made of, either from animals or from the crops of the ground that you can, stitch and put together to create things, right? What does the so-called white man do? Create artificial shit, polyester, right? Plastics and shit. Now you wearing it, and you eat it, and you deal with it all day, and you wonder why you don't make it long.
Man, so people don't think about that.
Mpisi, but they tell me it's breathable and it's got air-wicking pockets and it's sweat-proof.
What about this?
I mean, that's just gazelle, right? That's just one gazelle skin. And this is a truck tire, right? From a
Look,
rubber from a
air.
truck.
Good
Yeah,
air.
but this is chemicals.
No, look. We know how to treat this in order not to be chemicals. That's why it's wearing off. First of all, we boil with salt.
You boil this with salt.
With salt.
Why?
To neutralize those chemicals in here.
To get
You see, he said the word neutralize. So he has a very good understanding. He obviously speaks multiple languages. He's had contact with the outside world, but he's chosen not to get invested in it. And for, smartly so. It's doing him better. I bet you he looked at 79, he looked better than your granddad, probably your parents. Depending on how old you are. Come on now.
You're looking after
Yeah,
chemicals.
that's
I
what
see.
we like.
Okay. What are some other things you do to help the body, let's say?
I eat a lot of herbs.
Eat a lot of herbs.
Herbs. I know anti-aging herbs. Whatever you need for bodies. And that's my life. Remember, in our African region, we use the nature.
Mm-hmm.
We depend on nature for food, for medicinal properties, for wild fruits. You can't survive without natural resources. We need them. That's why you are connected with nature.
I think that's really important for humans is to be in harmony with nature. We move to the
Shut the fuck up, Esau. Y'all all say that. And look at what you do. You all a bunch of hippies that claim to be and destroy nothing but everything around you. Shut that shit up, man. The Noah Harari and them said they'll burn up all the resources and go live up underground. They don't give a fuck. You Edomites talk shit, but you ain't walking it. They talk a good one, but they ain't about a good one. They mean you know damn good, y'all. That's the nature of these fucking people. What they like to do actually is use euphemisms. The so-called white man is full of euphemisms. Give me 1 second. Right here. Euphemisms. It says use of favorable words in place of an inauspicious one. Superstitious avoidance of words of an ill omen during religious ceremonies. So the simple way to break it down, y'all, a euphemism is using a good word to try to make things not sound so bad. Let me give you an example in scriptures, right? When you remember with Abner and Joab, it says what? The young men rose up to play. And when you actually read the story, were the men playing? No, they were killing each other with swords. They were grabbing each other and stabbing each other to death, right? Having a literal fight to the death. The house of Judah versus the house of Benjamin. Using that term play there is considered a euphemism. The so-called white man likes to use good words, but it doesn't change the fact that it's evil that's actually occurring. That's how these folk get down. They speak sweetly with their lips, but what? They imagine war. Psalms 55 and 22. Well, fuck what they say. Well, we need to be... Man, shut up.
We move to the cities, we distance ourselves, we get afraid of the dirt we walk on, all these different things, the weather, the animals, and then we become unhappy and we wonder why. But we're so disconnected from where we came from.
That's the problem with human, problem with cities, especially the city people. They don't know happiness.
Tell me more.
There is a totality of insanity. There is no respect for each other.
Wow. A totality of insanity. He said all of you motherfuckers are crazy. Damn.
Yeah, even if something is happening to you, they can't come and help you. How can a society live like that?
I don't know.
If you live here, when you make noise, every rush is there to come and help.
What do you think is the secret to
And this is all prophecy, of course, right? Esau is just the conduit that had to be used. But in today's world, you see the opposite. In today's world, everybody's cold as fuck. Why? Because the city, Esau's society, when he's in rulership, he creates the dog-eat-dog world. I'ma only look out for me and mine. I gotta get this money, gotta get this cheddar, chicken, cheese, bread, guapo, right? That's the type of mindset that the so-called white man has instilled in the world. Matthew 24, going right to it, and according to prophecy, what? Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. When there's much evil in the world, people don't look out for each other. When we get to the kingdom, we're going to have peace amongst the Israelites, right? Because we're going to be perfect. We'll be in cohesion. Right now, the heathen, they're not going to have the new body, so they won't be sinless like how we are. Nevertheless, them in the heathen will be better off in the kingdom, and they'll be working in cohesion more than what they do now. We're going to force them to live naturally. We're going to force them to live in a manner that's not so destructive to the earth, contrary to how Esau is. Would not the grape gather? Would they? Let me get that Obadiah. Esau's way of living, y'all, he'll strip the world of everything. He doesn't give a damn. He'll burn through the natural resources and the people. He doesn't care. He'll work people like dogs, 12-hour shifts, then pay you crumbs so that you're constantly in debt. Obadiah 1 and 5. If thieves come to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some grapes? And the answer for Esau is no. He takes everything, even the nails that are fucking hammered down. He leaves nothing untouched. He wants to take all the resources, and he already has the world in his hands. So it's like, fuck. What more could you want? Well, now he wants the souls of people. That's the intent of the mark, the MOTB, which is the chip, so that he can have complete control over all, absolutely. That's why he has to be stopped. That's why there's no peace in the world, because he won't allow it.
What do you think is the secret to happiness? How do you be happy in life?
Come together with other people, be together and enjoy. Where there is food, to put it there and dance.
Be fruitful and multiply. Are we allowed to do that under the so-called white man system? No.
Everybody, whether you don't know them, those people will take you to their homes. Even if they have got one God, they slaughter us for that happiness to enjoy that. That's their pride in us, in Africa, in the world. But in cities, one man for himself. They don't share.
You're saying community, being together.
Community, being together, oneness.
What do you think about the cities?
I shall never live there in my lifetime.
Woo!
Even when I'm dead, they should not take me to the mortuary. No. There is no peace, there is no love in the cities.
Why do you think people are so unhappy, besides community?
Man, he's saying a lot, y'all. He's saying, you bitch ass niggas better not even bury me. You better not, nigga, when I die, you leave me where I lay. He said, I don't even want my corpse out there, man. Because this is this environment. And keep in mind, y'all, he's in Africa. But as we can see, the influence of the so-called white man even reaches to Africa. Look at South Africa. These devils are so bugged out that they're trying to tell you that they're the original inhabitants of South Africa. They're fucking demons. And their mindset is so infectious and chaotic that once it gets a hold, it pollutes everything. That's why, hey, what does it tell you in Revelation, y'all? These nations, y'all, they're vomiting up the lifestyle of the whore. Let me get okay, I'll start here. Jeremiah 50. It says the nations drinking for cup and were angry, right? So we'll get here, Revelation 17. I'm going to start at 1. It says, and there came out of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. We know that the whore is America. The waters representing nations and peoples, right? America has jurisdiction and influence throughout much and most of the world. The other peoples adopted its way of living. McDonald's, latex gloves, condoms, Nikes. And now, after all these decades, they're seeing the adverse effects and are wanting to step away from it. Verse 2, it says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. So they've taken into the doctrine and the customs and culture of America. right? It says, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So they swallowed down all the philosophies, and it's doing them bad. And so now they're rejecting it. Come on now.
Why do you think people are so unhappy, besides community?
They've got a lot of stresses which are regenerative. They work too much. They want money. They are very busy with their life. They don't rest even their bodies. They don't have a social life to interact with other people. That's the problem again.
So then what do you think about money? Is money important or not?
Money is money. But human beings are taking advantage of money. To destroy their lives. They overspend. Some they go and drink, abuse their bodies, drinking a lot. You're kidding yourself. Let that money help you. It's a tool of survival. You can even take that money and buy chickens.
They'll make more chickens.
Your eggs, everything from there. Don't waste it. Use it wisely by investing, having cows, everything. It will help you rather than to just plant.
And that's real wealth. Like in Genesis, you read, it says Abraham had gold, silver, right? Cattle and servants. That's real wealth. Cars, money, and Instagram models ain't wealth, bro. And that's all that people chase after in this world. Keeping it a whole buck. The hoes just want to have a nice Mercedes or a fucking jet to be on, and the niggas just want to have money to fuck on whores. And so now look at the world today. Look at the fucking world, man. Look at this shit. Niggas be happy to get a day off work, but then at the same time, you be stressing because that's money you missing. Y'all remember that Jake in that car that was in the car bugging out? What the fuck is we doing on the earth? There's gotta be more than this. That's why we need the kingdom. That's why we need the kingdom, y'all.
Yeah. What is it like living with animals? Like you have your own animals, goats and donkeys and chickens, but also there's big animals on the outside. Just actually down the road, we saw elephants just in the forest. What's the relationship the tribe has with these wild animals?
You cannot talk about wild animals without talking about people.
Okay.
The animals enjoy us, they love us, but you are doing a lot of problems to them. You are not socially friendly. People spoil them. What is the poison for animals is our food we eat as human beings.
Cookies, crackers, chemicals.
You are poisoning them. They change their behavior. Then you are saying they are but you are the cause of that. When you are moving into
The so-called white man is the cause of it.
the city,
The biblical Edomites.
it's an area where animals live. You are blocking their movement. You are disturbed with machines and so forth. They like to say, hey, move out, it's our homes. And then you are saying they're a problem. Then you make a lot of money. No, let them survive their way of living. That's the problem with problem with cities. They don't care, which is wrong. Just leave them. They should live like they were living like that. They won't have problem.
That was a hell of an interview. And so we sit down and created something, and I am stoked. This adventure fight. I was a crazy life that I breasted. Look.
Goodnight's nighttime underwear offers overnight protection for up to 100% leak-free nights.
Gemini, what's Portuguese for I love you?
Amot. I learned that on set. Love Actually, 2003.
Amote. Thanks, Gemini.
See? I told you.
The jungles.
Do you have one?
A hat like that one? Too many. How do I look? Do I look good?
I'd never put my fucking crown on a cracker. But hey, and this is how Esau, he comes in cheese and smiling with a camera. Next thing you know, your village has been turned into a fucking mini market. Keep on playing. You'll never invite the devil in.
What is your...
What the fuck? God damn it.
If you don't listen, then
I was afraid to do this exact thing right now. Speak.
A hat like... Too many chemicals. What? Do I look good? Wonderful. What is your...
First thing,
Yeah.
why do you make yourself very flowery? To be a flowery man? Or is it for attraction or what?
It's a really funny question.
Them stupid ass tattoos, which is a heathenistic custom.
The interesting is, I don't even know if people understand why they get tattoos. Like for me, I think it's a mixture of a few things. This is 25 hours, 20 hours, this is 10 hours, right? Of pain all of the time. So I think for some people, we get these subconsciously, like in our brain, without knowing, to go through something tough.
Painful.
I think so. I think that human beings need challenge. They need pain. They need something. They need a bit of suffering to be able to become their full self.
Yes.
Maybe people have it too easy.
Pain is two ways. It's good or wrong. Every young man, when they grow, they should feel pains. You could even use a knob carry, a big one like this.
Like this.
It should not pain. Now, culturally, when you look at pain, you can be angry that you can do something evil.
And that's
But
what
if
and that's what Esau does. Esau takes the pain and does evil, when pain is supposed to mold you into something greater. Shit.
Pass through pains, you stop there. Say, I've dealt with that. That's my victory through pains. But pains, they can mold you to be what you are in future through those pains. You start the pain. It's a matter of ladder of life. For where you are from to the next life, where you need to go through. You can need the pains so that you can, certain circumstances, you pass through them if you have got pain. In our
Yep. Hey, and you know, he's not saying nothing that the scriptures ain't never said, right? Obviously, the scriptures say it best. So I'm gonna go here. I just wanted to highlight this, man. You know, you can go check out the rest of the interview. I know I stopped it. It was getting juicy. But he's basically just saying how pain, you know, it's there to make you a better person. But in these societies, you know, there's this avoidance of that growing process. So you have people running around 36, 40, 22, but they're immature as fuck, right? Because all they've had everything put before them, all the answers, never had to guess or work hard for anything. And so what kind of society do you get? You get a broken, destroyed one with all these dickheads running around, right? Sirach 8 and 8. All right, and our elders and apostles, you know, they're teaching us all the knowledge and wisdom that's necessary, right, for this truth. So, hey, you know, that guy, he was saying some truths, but he doesn't have the whole truth. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we have the whole truth over here. And when we get back to the kingdom, y'all, we're going to go back to living a very clean, holy, simple way on this earth. We're going to have the spiritual powers. We're going to have advancement beyond our imagination. But we're going to live, it's still going to be simple. We're not going to be running around with artificial destructive things like Esau, Edom, and the so-called white man. All right, I'm not going to tell. I don't fully know what that looks like. We're going to find out the rest of it in the kingdom, but it's going to be amazing to find out, ain't it? It's going to be amazing to find out. So I'll end with this. Am I tripping, or was that nigga close as hell? Sirach 8 and 8. It says, despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs, for of them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. And if you was to get up under that dude and learn from him, I bet you'd have an easier life than going through that stupid ass college course you went through and putting yourself $100,000 in debt. That dude will teach you how to, you know, work the land and you'd be all right. Probably how you couple wise. Well, what does Esau Edom teach us in this world? Bullshit. He teaches you how to be a functional slave in his society. That's it, and that's all. All right. That's why, you know, even in today's time, there's the disconnect between the old and the young. Why? Because if you were learning from the elders, you know, you'd be a problem. So Esau Edom, he's created this counterculture where, you know, the young fucks, they just all with each other. And then the old people, they see how the world is now. You know, they don't fuck with the young folk. So, hey, us being connected to our elders and apostles and bishops, y'all, it's actually a blessing in today's world, quite literally. Because we're able to get that transference of knowledge to know how to fuck to operate on the earth, while the rest of these people don't. Verse 9, it says, miss the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requireth. So it's a blessing for us, y'all. Hey, our apostles and elders have taught us well. You know, we're still here in this world. Many and most of us live in these cities, so we're stuck with what we got. But now we have knowledge to help us course through this world. And when you go on the comment boards, y'all, you go to the comment boards of this video, these people, you know, here it is. Esau claims that he's advanced and his technology is good, but if that's true, why do you have all these people outcrying, wishing they could live like this old man? Look, the youngest 79-year-old man I've ever seen. Dude is 79, looking 55. Good for him. Hope he makes it to 130. Says dude is gonna outlive us all, and he's gonna be smiling the whole way. All right. So do you see people, y'all? They're praising this man, but don't y'all say African booty scratchers? I thought we was all a bunch of African booty scratchers. Yeah, a bunch of fucking hypocrite cocksuckers. How about that? I thought, ain't he an African booty scratcher? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, Esau at his best. Hey, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachach to honors the elders and apostles, great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa'akwa, learning, teaching, in truth and sincerity. Shalom.